afternoon and welcome to the Peer Centre. Welcome to Modern Words Academy's Christmas special. Yay! You'll notice it's the first ever time that the Wednesday group are doing the Christmas show. Believe me, I've seen them rehearse this a few times. It's an absolutely brilliant story. Now, we all know the time that Santa got stuck in the chimney. We all know the time that Frosty the Snowman lost his carrot. Does anyone remember the night Rudolph's nose went out?
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse.
It was Christmas Eve in the North Pole. All the presents had been wrapped and it was time to load them onto the sleigh. The elves had worked very hard all year getting the toys ready for all the girls and boys and were very excited for the night ahead. Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus were in their house, and she was helping him get dressed into his big red coat and worrying about the journey ahead.
Don't keep too much ready. I won't. Don't try to keep that. I won't.
You dare!
Do you remember to try to read out to know? Yes, stop worrying.
Once Santa was fully dressed, Mrs. Claus gave him a kiss goodbye. And he went out to the barn to collect his reindeer. There was Dasher and Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donna and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
Alright.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? And so Santa fastened the harnesses onto all the reindeer and made sure Rudolph's nose was set to extra bright.
Sorry.
And then he got back into his sleigh. Yes! He waved goodbye to Mrs. Claus.
Bye, Mrs. Claus.
Bye.
And to all of his elves.
Bye, Santa. You're right, Harry. Yes, you're right, Harry.
And so the reindeer started to run as fast as they could. And Santa shouted out,
Ho, ho, ho!
and whoosh! Into the night sky they went. The presents were piled high, and Santa checked his Santa nav to make sure they were on the right route. As they were flying through the dark night sky, and Santa was enjoying his first sherry of the evening, when suddenly something terrible happened. Rudolph's nose started to blink on and off, and then the light started to grow dimmer and dimmer. And suddenly, the light on Rudolph's nose went out. They were soaring through the sky in the pitch black and couldn't see a thing. Santa began to panic. And he told the reindeers to land the sleigh the best they could. But they were going over 100,000 miles an hour. And according to the Santa nav, they were just over a little town called Bethlehem. The reindeers were very scared, but they followed Santa's orders and directed the sleigh full speed down towards the ground and landed with a crash in the sand. All of the presents shot up into the air and landed for miles around. The reindeers were very shook up.
Oh no!
And Santa went to check on Rudolph to see what the problem was.
Watch his foot.
Oh no! Who would deliver all the presents to the girls and boys now? And what would Mrs. Claus say if she found out that he'd forgotten to charge Rudolph's nose? And then he heard a small voice from behind. It was a small donkey.
My battery's flat and no one's onto my sleigh.
The donkey told Santa that he'd seen the sleigh fall from the sky and he knew where the presents were, and he told Santa to follow him.
Okay then, donkey.
So Santa followed the donkey, and he guided him through the sand, and they picked up all the presents along the way, which included 5 gold rings, 5 gold rings, 4 angry birds, 3 fountain pens, 2 matching gloves, but then there was one present stuck in a palm tree.
How do I get down?
So Santa and the donkey shook the tree, but it was no good. The present would not budge. A camel was drinking water nearby and decided to come over and see what was happening.
What's going on here?
My present's stuck in the tree.
Santa explained about the sleigh crashing and the missing presents, and the camel asked if he could help shape the tree.
We need help, come on.
So they shook and they shook, but the present just would not budge. They were about to give up when a herd of sheep came walking by. So the sheep joined Santa and the donkey and the camel, and they all tried shaking the tree. But as hard as they could try, the present would not budge. They were about to give up when 2 strong oxen came walking by.
We're strong. Do you need our help?
Yes, yeah.
So the oxen joined Santa and the donkey and the camel and the sheep, and they all shook the palm tree.
Push pineapple, shake the tree. I can do. Push pineapple, grind coffee. To the left, to the right, jump up and down and to the knees. Come and dance every night, sing the hula melody. I can do. Push pineapple, shake the tree. I can do. Push pineapple, grind coffee. To the left, to the right, jump up and down and to the knees. Come and dance every night, sing the hula melody.
And finally the present flew out of the tree. sheep and the ox and the palm tree all decided to join too. And eventually, they reached a stable. And inside the stable was a young couple with a baby. And all the animals gathered round, and Santa laid the present down by the baby's crib.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is calm. Round the virgin mother and child, holy infants of tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Santa was pleased because he was able to deliver one present at least, but he felt sad about all the other children who would have no presents in the morning.
It's there anyway, I can help you.
No, I've got no wax down this way.
Who needs lights? When you have star, bold bright to star, and you will find your way.
Santa thanked Mary for advice about the star, and he went back outside to find his sleigh. But first of all, he said goodbye to all the animals.
Bye.
And he thanked them all for all their help. And as he went outside, he saw up in the sky the brightest star that he'd ever seen. All thanks to the little donkey and all the other animals, he was able to deliver all the presents just in time.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring to you and your king. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
James. Lindsay. Tom and Zana. Leslie. Fields. Jamie. Becky and Zoe. Catherine and Henry. And last but not by no means least, the rock for this, Rebecca. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely